Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today is a video where we are looking back at taking down this pool deck. Here pretty soon, my father-in-law's estate is going to close and we are going to have to get insurance on this property. And one of the many things that we need to do before that happens is make sure everything is safe on the property. We used to have a pool in the lower driveway here at the house. We are no longer going to be having a pool in that location. There's too much shade from the maple tree. It never gets warm enough where the sun rises and sets on the property, things like that. So we're not planning on putting a pool back there, and the deck was being used more for like storage and things like that. So it was becoming completely just an eyesore in our yard. And therefore we decided to just take it down because it was kind of like a 4-foot drop with no rail. So we took that down. So we decided to reuse the pool deck boards that were still good and use those on a staircase outside of our back room and reshore that up because it had sank over the years and was just getting worn out. And that process has started. A friend of ours is doing that and they're doing a fantastic job. But I wanted to take you along and talk you through some of this process. It was much more involved than what we thought it was going to be, not just physically, but even emotionally. There are a lot of memories tied with this deck and this yard and this home, and so it's been kind of an interesting process. Day one, we started with clearing off the deck and removing the top rail and side plastic pieces. We threw away the ones that couldn't be salvaged because they were dry rotted and just brittle. And then we started the tedious task of removing every single one of these screws. While we were doing this project, we talked a lot about some of the memories we shared out on this deck and some of the dreams that his mom had when she had this deck installed. She really wanted this space for our nieces to be able to grow up and have a lot of fun family memories out here, and we did just that. A lot of her dreams were fulfilled out on this deck, and we had birthday parties and family get-togethers, and I'm so excited to see what memories we can create in this yard with the space that we've added by taking this deck down and making this space our own. Every time I removed a screw, whether it be starred or squared, I was just thankful that we had all this time on the deck, because removing those screws was a whole lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but it is so much better just since we removed this deck. I feel a lot safer. I'm not worried about somebody wandering up onto the deck and falling off the other side and getting hurt. So I am so thankful that we took the time and the energy to take this project down.
You as you drive, do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here?
Removing the screws took more than one day because it was just a lot of them. And then we took time to start removing the boards, and that took a couple days because there were some screws that were rusted in and we couldn't get them out.
You as you sleep, you don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever.
And then on the last day that we worked on it, I was inside cooking dinner, and Tommy and Kaylin went out and pulled up the last of the boards and got it all ready. And then Tommy's cousin did us a huge favor and off camera removed the last bit of framing, and that's where we're at today. Now once we get this area raked, we're gonna put down some grass seed and some hay so that it doesn't turn into a muddy slop. I'm thinking of planting something that is also bee, butterfly, hummingbird friendly. a neighbor has some honeybees and I would love to encourage that. So I'm wanting to maybe plant something that's pollinator friendly and pretty and smells good too. So that's kind of coming up as the weather warms up a little bit more, because we're not quite out of the frost zone yet. So every screw that we took out, we were talking through different memories that we had. There were birthday parties that we had out in the side yard for all 4 of the girls. Reunions, different things like that we would do. We would do bonfires and have s'mores and hot dog roasts, and you name it, we would have it out in the side yard. It was kind of the family gathering spot. It's a pretty flat area in the yard where we have mostly a hill, and so it lent really well to kind of a hangout spot. And then even as the girls started to grow and the pool was there, they went from needing floaties and life jackets to being full-fledged swimmers and having to dodge their cannonballs and splashes. For a little bit, it felt like we were kind of dismantling all those memories and dreams, but we know that there's bigger things to come as time goes on, and we are going to start creating some new memories here for ourselves. Another thing that we did is that we decided to move our swing from the front porch over to the side yard so that we can look down into the back field. It is such a pretty view, and especially as the trees are starting to grow in, we love looking down that direction. It's the direction that the sun rises in the morning. So as it starts to warm up, I'm wanting to be able to do my Bible reading and things like that out in that front yard and enjoy that space. And last but not least, here is a look at where our friend has gotten so far on the deck steps. We had a few rainy days, so it kind of rained us out on working on that project, but so far it is looking so much better, so much safer. It had dropped like almost 3 inches, so that is feeling a lot more safe, and I can't wait to see it when it's all completely finished, and I will share that with you when it's done. Thank you so much for coming along with me today as I shared this project with you while we make our property a little bit safer and make it that much more our own. I will see you on Friday for our next video. Bye.